Really the only goal is to get warmed up right now, and then we'll go over a few things and get started.
Not too bad of a slice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Doesn't look like a slice to me.
All right. All of these RCTs here?
All three of those are RCTs,
okay. Right.
yep. So they have little sensors in the covering of the ball,
which
makes that spin number incredibly accurate. It's a good ball there. Yeah, and you are up on it, not down on it, so that's good too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. It's good to see. The toe on that one, I think. Yeah.
If you miss on the toe or the heel, which one do you feel like you tend to miss more?
Definitely more the toe now.
More the toe?
Before, yeah, like I couldn't stay away from the heel.
Yeah.
But then I just tried to, like after I moved it up and just tried to stand further away from it, that at least eliminates the super heely slices.
Yeah.
But yeah, now if I catch it off the toe, I'll snap hook it into the wood. So pros and cons, I suppose.
Yeah. Pick your poison, right?
The ground on that one.
Yeah. Let's swing like 3 more, then we'll get started, all right?
All right.
It's a better ball there.
Yeah.
You lied to me, Rob.
Tried to go too hard at that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen one ball go right yet, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, admittedly, like I just lofted up to the 10 like after the last range session, so maybe that was the play.
It's kind of been fixing it for you.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, like you said, that is going to close the face, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you add loft, whenever you take off loft, that'll open it up.
Right.
Did you do anything to the length of that driver, or is it standard length?
No, standard length as far as I know.
Right.
I said, I have it in the draw, so one
draw
up.
Plus one, so a lot of draw bias on
I think
there.
The default Y on the Max LS is like 57 or something crazy, so it was a little
pretty
flat for me.
Yeah, it's flat for sure. But yeah, big thing I want to go over just a few numbers with you here, right?
Yeah.
So club speed and ball speed, both pretty self-explanatory, right? How fast you're swinging, how fast the ball's moving.
Yeah.
Right after impact. Kind of based on your speed and tempo that I'm seeing right now, definitely going to have you in a stiff shaft.
Okay.
So probably something pretty stable as well.
Okay.
But we'll kind of play around and see what works best for you.
Sure.
And then smash factor, what that number is ball speed divided by club head speed. Yeah. But really what it just means is how pure we're hitting it. Yeah, exactly. Right. Efficiency. So 144 and above will tell me we're at least touching center.
Okay.
So that's kind of that threshold I like to stay in. So 149 is a great strike there.
Yeah.
And then spin rate, launch angle, and land angle, that's what controls our trajectory.
Yeah.
Honestly, all those numbers look pretty good to me there. Maybe a touch high on spin there.
Yeah, I caught it off the bottom, I think, on that one. So
it sounds like you got a pretty decent understanding of gear effect, right, and how numbers work on TrackMan as well. But yeah, and then carry and total, self-explanatory there.
Yeah.
And then attack angle, I've seen you pretty consistently at 3 degrees up on it.
Okay.
So that's good. So that's motion's going to take away spin. And like you mentioned earlier, you are a little bit out to in, kind of seeing you hovering from anywhere from 8 to 11.
Yeah.
So I want to see that ball fade with your club path. I want to see it start left and fade back to center.
Right.
That'll be my whole goal directionally. And then face angle, negatives closed, positives open. And then face to path is the relation of the two. So pretty much dead square there at 0.2.
Yeah.
And that's why you just hit kind of a dead straight pull.
Right. That makes sense.
Then 148 feet left to center there is all that number is there.
Yeah.
But first thing I want to look at for you is just length of the club.
Okay.
So I'm going to take this driver for you.
All right.
Throw some tape on here, see where we're striking it.
Okay.
And we'll just look at the length. And then we'll kind of get into the fun part of trying a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Oof. Another one out the bottom.
And everything we're doing today, we'll do kind of in sets of 3. That's why I only have 3 balls. So if you just hit 2 more for me, that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about spin or distance numbers right now, just because tape can kind of skew that.
Yeah.
Not having that face interaction.
Oh, yeah. 4,000 spin, solid.
Take that driver from you there. So, a couple on the heel there, one on the toe as well. Try grabbing.
Got the face, got the center surrounded.
Yeah, that's all right. We're touching center on a few of those. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm grabbing something from Tyler's just for us to try. I don't have a ton of short shafts in Callaway right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to try shortening the shaft for you.
Okay.
Whole reason I'm doing that, I would say 90% of driver fittings I'm doing, I'm shortening the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really long club, hard to control.
Yeah.
Shorter normally helps that. And then I'm going to make some tags on TrackMan for us too.
Okay.
And all that's going to allow us to do is kind of compare and see what's best for you. And I can actually email you our results at the end as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If you just give me 1 second there as I tag this.
So this is just half an inch shorter?
Yeah, it's 45. So Titleist standard length is 45.5. Pretty much everybody else is 45 3/4.
Okay.
So it'd be 3/4 of an inch short for Callaway.
Gotcha.
We'll try that there.
All right.
Callaway actually just bumped up. They were 45.5 forever.
Yeah.
But they just bumped up to 45 3/4.
Oh, interesting.
Better strike there. See our ball speed jumped up a lot. Smash as well. Yeah. It's always good to see.
Slight heel side, but
slightly heel side, you said?
Yeah. Not too bad.
Pretty good ball there.
Yeah, that one felt better for sure.
How's the lane feel to you? Feel comfortable?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Like maybe if I didn't know, like I guess I would have been curious to see what I said, but yeah, it does feel shorter.
Yeah.
The ground, I think, a little bit on that one.
So obviously, strike-wise, we're peppering the center a little better there, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the main thing that I see why I go shorter, why I like to go shorter is just more consistent strikes.
Yeah.
Ball flight looked good as well there. I'm going to have you let's just hit 2 more without the tape just because I want to see what numbers look like, and then I'll get you in the Paradym.
Okay.
That's all right, Ed.
Oh, it felt good.
Which way would you rather see the ball miss to? Do you like seeing it go left more than the right ball, or?
Not really, because I've been used to playing a slice for so long. Like I just naturally aim for like the left side of the fairway at most. So like anything that leaks left is like in the woods.
I gotcha.
So I don't know.
We want to miss right, if anything.
Yeah, slightly, because I at least account for that. If I could consistently hit draws, then maybe like I would adjust for that. But
I agree with the thought, though, right? Left's normally low and nasty and hard to control. Right's normally going to land high and soft and keep you in play a lot more.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Just hit 1 more there for me.
Definitely naturally more comfortable with the left to right.
Yeah. Sit well there. Take that from you. All right. Get you something from the Paradym to try here. How'd that setup feel to you, though?
It felt good.
Yeah?
Yeah, the shaft felt like more responsive or lighter, too. I don't know if that was just the length difference or not, but...
Yeah, that 10C white shaft you have is a pretty stout profile.
Yeah.
Have you hitting the hazardous black, which is also pretty stout, but this year in the new Gen 4 hazardous black, they actually just softened it a little bit.
Okay.
So it has a little bit smoother of a feel.
Okay.
Probably would feel a little bit smoother than that 10C white.
Yeah.
I like the shorter length for you. Feels comfortable to you too, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Only thing is with everything Callaway, I don't have any shorter shafts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No worries.
You can either choke down or I can put this little tape on there as a reference point.
Yeah, go for it.
Up to you.
Yeah, we'll try. So this then, from what you were saying, is like 3/4 inches short for the norm Callaway?
That would be a half. So that'd be 45.25.
Okay,
that little piece of tape's a half inch.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll try 3 there. Yeah, big thing too with you swinging kind of 102 to 104 like I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Once you get to the top, you rip it across pretty good, right? So I want to get you something pretty stable, just to kind of slow that transition down a little, let you feel the club a little more.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But not a bad ball there, though.
Yeah, not too far. Too far left. That one might have held. Stayed in play. That one felt good.
Very high. Hit one more there for me, okay, Rob?
All right.
So obviously hitting it a little bit high. This one here, I think we hit a little high off the face, which kind of that's why the spin was really low.
Yeah, that one for sure. Yeah.
But these past ones, spin rate creeping up a little bit too high there.
Okay.
That one not so bad, but 43 a little higher on the land angle.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it more like kind of 34 to 38 there.
Okay.
Would be kind of a much more preferable window for the way you deliver the club. So yeah, now we're gonna try dropping that loft a little bit for you and see what that does. And with you swinging 6 degrees up on it, you're gonna hit a high ball, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's really optimal for distance.
What was the loft on that one that I just hit?
That was 10.5.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna try dropping you down just a little bit here.
Okay.
Seeing what that does. Oh, go for it.
That one's a little toasty.
How's the Paradym feel to you so far hitting it?
It feels firmer off the face, actually, to my surprise, than the Rogue did.
Is that bad or good?
No, I think it's just getting used to it.
Just different?
Yeah, because I played the Maverick before the Rogue, and those kind of felt the same when I hit them.
Yeah.
This one feels different.
What about look? Does it look okay to you?
Yeah, I like the look.
All right. Better ball there. Yeah, that's kind of more the numbers looking to see there. Yeah, we got that flight down right. A little bit high on the face, so that's kind of what killed the spin a little bit, but that doesn't worry me just because that's more strike related.
Okay.
Try giving you something just a little bit more stable. Yeah, I definitely like the lower loft for you, though. It's going to get you a little bit more output. And that's the furthest ball I've seen you hit so far, 290. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good seeing those distance gains.
So this is the same head, just a
same head, so different shaft.
Okay.
It's a little more ball speed, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like I crushed that one.
That's a beautiful flight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, right, Rob? I want to see that ball start left for you and fall back towards center.
Yeah, for sure.
And kind of seeing that ball speed hover high 140s to 150, and all of a sudden seeing 156 pops up. Normally a good sign.
Oh, that was not a good strike. That was heel side.
It's all right. Again, though, I know we don't want to miss left, right? Just because of we're normally aimed down the left side. But still not a terrible miss.
Yeah.
Yep. Good ball there.
Yeah, that felt good.
I'll take this back from you here.
Okay.
So yeah, big thing I want to see, right? So I actually gave you an extra stiff shaft here.
Yeah.
Just kind of wanted to see something. So there's 3 things the shaft's doing during the golf swing, right? It's going to droop, which is that way.
Yeah.
Deflect that way, and then it's also going to twist and turn, right?
Yeah.
So one of those things where when I'm looking at shaft flex, I'm looking at club head speed, obviously. You're kind of at the mid 1.0s there.
Yeah.
And then also tempo and transition. And you're pretty quick at the top with the transition, right? So one thing where I want to just see what giving you a little bit stiffer does. But did it feel too stiff to you? Comfortable?
No, it didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that it was extra stiff.
Yeah. Again, one of those things where seeing that stability allowed you to hit the center a little bit more, and our ball speed went up 4 to 6 miles an hour, and hitting it 280, 290 now, right?
Yeah.
So really good there. I like the 8-degree Paradym head for you with that weight up front as well. Going to grab a different shaft for us to try now.
Okay. Yeah, and even though it was extra stiff, it's still a 60 gram?
It's a 60 gram, yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably really more like
it feels,
65.
even though it's extra stiff, like it feels lighter than like even the one that I have now.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those things too, with you saying you don't like your miss being left, makes me a little nervous to keep putting you in an upright setting.
Okay.
Because obviously that's making the ball want to go left.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep it in this setting just for now.
Okay.
See with this shaft, and then maybe we'll try taking it off.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just change your miss from right to left, right?
Yeah.
That shaft's from KBS there.
Yeah.
Or TD shaft.
I don't think I've ever hit a KBS driver shaft.
Yeah. Yeah, it's their TD, stands for tour driven. Kind of was their idea behind it, but
yeah.
Go ahead and hit a few, and we'll see how you like it.
It has $2 signs taped
it does.
on it.
It's it's a little bit of an upcharge shaft.
That wasn't my best swing. That was me.
Keep in mind too, there is real validity in what I'm doing, right? So it might not be your fault, but
okay.
What are your thoughts on how that feels?
Well, I mean, that one felt like that's about as good as I could hit it on that one.
Yeah.
But not quite the same results as the other one.
Yeah. Definitely a touch high on the face. Better strike there. Yeah, I don't think we really need to talk about that one too much, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Something feel a little bit off about the shaft to you, or?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, if that just wasn't agreeing with my swing, or vice versa. I don't know.
Yeah, no problem. A little better again there. Yeah.
Tight fade.
Yeah, and that's kind of that number range I want to see in too, Rob. Launching anywhere from 14 to 17.
Yeah.
Spin rate kind of 2100 to 25.
Okay.
And that land angle, high 30s is perfect, right? You're going to hit a high ball swinging 6 degrees up on it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those numbers look great.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as carry, I'd take 260 carry in the course any day. Especially because, like I said, going into last season, it was a legit 180 carry. So
yeah, 265 is. I like to round up 0.6.
Okay.
And landed on the center line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was gonna be better. Speed was.
Okay.
A little spinny there, but that's all right. So I tried going back to a stiff shaft there, but just heavier. I don't know if you can feel that weight.
I don't think so. I don't think I noticed now.
Feels okay?
Yeah. It doesn't feel heavier, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I like the consistency of the shot shape, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Little miss there, but that's all right.
Yeah.
But that's the miss you'd prefer to see, right?
Yeah. Familiar with the right rough, so.
Yeah. All right, I'll take that there from you. Yeah, and the cool thing about all these drivers, right, are the adjustability. A lot of people in fittings are like, oh, I don't want to change what you're doing. There's a good chance in a year from now you're going to be swinging differently than you are today, right? So
oh, yeah, for sure. And for me, at least, in my normal miss, that's why I like to, I normally get the 9 degree, and then, if I need to loft up to, I'd rather close the face than open it. So I guess them putting out a regular guy 8 degree model is a new thing this year.
Absolutely. That's all right.
Oof.
What are your thoughts on how that feels, Rob?
I don't even know this one. It's all blending together now. But yeah, this one kind of, I don't know, feels too flimsy, but I feel like that's not the case.
Yeah, it's a pretty stout staff. Yeah, it's an extra stiff hazardous black.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Interesting thing with shafts, right, is it's all unique to feel, right? How you load the club, you're going to feel it differently than say Kyle or I would.
Yeah.
And I think that Callaway white we had you hitting earlier is your shaft with the Paradym.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up numbers here.
This one is the kick point lower, so it felt like by the time I got to the bottom, it felt like it was
so that shaft's going to be a little bit softer in the hands than the Callaway white.
Yeah.
The Kylie White's really stiff profile. Well, they both are really stiff profiles, but Kylie White's going to be a little bit more solid in the hands, so maybe that's what you're feeling too.
Okay.
But yeah, pulling up numbers here. Kind of averages with that Paradym triple diamond 8th degree with the Kylie White 60X. We had that one ball where we had 156 ball speed, but our average is right under 260 carry, 280 total, 2400 spin, 15 launch, and 37 land angle. I mean, those are really, really good numbers, right? I wouldn't really want to change any of those numbers for you.
Okay.
And everything else, we're
all over the place.
We're not. Well, I wouldn't even say it like that, but it's not as good, right?
Yeah.
And that was even with a decent miss hit, right?
Yeah.
We had the 148 smash, 149, and then the 140. So I really want to give you that setup again. Okay. Have you swing a couple more.
All right.
But that's the direction I'm wanting to go for you.
Okay. And what's the like shaft profile difference between the like Tensai White that I'm playing now and that one?
The Kylie White's going to be stiffer in the tip section.
Okay.
Tensai White, the AV series, they're a little bit. It's crazy to say softer because the Tensai White's a really stiff profile shaft, but they're a little bit softer in the tip section.
Okay.
This is also a lighter weight. You said you felt that, right?
Yeah.
So again, weight is very correlated with stiffness as well. But they're not crazy different profiles.
Yeah. Okay. And these are all still like, even though I'm still choking down a little bit on it, these are all just normal length.
They are. Unfortunately, I don't have that.
Yeah, no worries. I thought not having like some kind of indicator on it would throw me off, I guess, more than it did. But
and that's only with the triple diamond setup. But with how high you hit it and your speed, you need the triple diamond setup. I wouldn't want to see you in any of the other models.
Okay.
I just think you did it too high and too spinny. The other thing with this setup is we're hitting it the straightest, right?
Yeah.
Not even our best strike there, but not bad. And spin rate jumped up a little bit on us, but we're hovering right around center still.
Yeah.
30 feet right is not bad at all.
Nah.
It's good seeing that ball speed jump back up there, right?
Yeah. Tried to
better numbers there. Spin just a touch high, but that's all right. Okay. I'd rather be a touch high than touch low, just because that spin's going to keep the ball straighter and in the air, right?
Yeah. Lower launch, too.
But I still like how we're just hitting this setup right on the line. That's a good ball there.
Felt pretty good.
Yeah, and there's that 253 carry, right? Ball speed's just staying really consistent around 150.
Yeah.
I'm going to try just one thing if you'd let me. I'm going to try the same exact shaft with just stiff, not the X.
Okay.
You're kind of right on that fringe borderline club head speed-wise, but your tempo and transition is kind of why I've been leaning towards X. Okay. But I just want to see what that same exact shaft and stiff does for you. Still a bit string. Spin jumped up a little bit there. Speed's back down.
Yeah, that one, like, I felt no discernible difference, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. The numbers say, but felt the same.
Yeah.
That one felt
big difference
about as good as I could
between.
hit it.
It's a really good ball there. Big difference between, like, say, the same shaft and an X and a stiff.
Yeah.
Is going to be the torque rating.
Okay.
Which is kind of how stiff it is in this bottom section.
Yeah.
And that's going to help it not droop, deflect, and turn so much, right?
Okay.
So I would think you're going to see more consistency out of the X.
Gotcha.
I do like seeing your club head speed jump back up there to 107.
Yeah.
152 ball speed, and numbers-wise look pretty good. I'd say we're hitting it a touch higher with just the stiff as well.
Yeah.
Probably just a little bit higher than I'd like. It can be a little windy in Western PA, right? So
yeah. Would keeping this but like with a different ball help control the
height,
the launch and spin a little
bit?
It
could. I mean, that's already a mid-launch, low-spin golf ball.
Yeah.
So there's you could try like a AVX if you wanted.
Yeah.
That's a really low launch, low spin.
Gotcha.
I don't know that I'd really want you to play that ball.
Okay.
I'd prefer you to. I know you said you like the Vice Pro.
Yeah.
That'd be fine, and I would prefer the Pro V1 over any other ball Titleist makes for you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and that's the only thing that makes me nervous with going less stiff. Yeah. Is just consistency. I think you're gonna be a lot more consistent with the extra stiff, especially if you were like, hey, the X feels like I'm laboring over it. Yeah. Maybe it'd be a different conversation. Yeah. But you're saying
they felt the same.
Exactly the same. Yeah. I like the X for you. Yeah. I mean that'd be the Paradym setup I'd want for you. Okay. I know you said you're Callaway diehard, right? Yeah. So probably don't really want to try anything else, but okay. I really like that setup for you, and I know you're interested. Did you want to try the Paradym irons too?
Yeah, if you got time, we'll take
a few minutes.
A couple lazy swings.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know you guys are gonna be stacked up.
Yeah, like I said, we can take a few minutes, no problem. And I know you said yours are 2 degrees upright.
Yeah.
And that KBS Max MT shaft.
Yeah, KBX Max 80 stiff.
I'm gonna give you the Elevate, it's a really similar shaft.
That's what I was gonna say. Like when I got fitted, he put me in the Elevate 85 stiff. Okay. But then when he put the order, I don't know if they were out of stock or what, but I saw I didn't notice until I got home and saw on the order sheet, because I ordered them here, that he ordered the KBS. And I was like, I wonder what the weird reasoning behind that was, but
maybe it was a mistake. All right, give you that there. And yeah, let me just change that tag and the club, and then you'll be good to go.
And I play for like a 150, 155 carry on what I have now.
Tempo's a lot smoother with the irons.
I think part of it is because I'm so afraid of chunking it and shattering my wrist. So I don't know. I never go after my irons the same way. It was very thin.
What are your initial thoughts on how the irons feel?
I mean, I think I like the way they look a lot better, and the head doesn't feel anywhere near as heavy as the DCBs. So, like that, I feel like I haven't hit a good one yet to say anything else. Felt all right.
Yeah, good ball there.
That's about, I think, normally I'm in the 80 to 85 club head on the irons.
Yeah.
Or 7-iron. A little chunky.
Honestly, I probably like the DCBs better for you.
Yeah.
So the big thing I'm seeing here is our land angle's a little low for the 7-iron, right?
Yeah.
And the lofts are 3 degrees stronger, I think, than the DCBs. I'd have to look it up. I'm not 100% sure. Okay.
I think the DCB 7-iron's 31.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 4, or it's 3.5, because that's 20.
Sorry, 30. It's 30.
Okay, 2.5. Because that's 27.5 degrees right there.
Okay.
The center of gravity is lower in the head, which should help it launch higher. Gotcha. But I like that weaker loft for you in the DCBs. Yeah. That's just gonna help get the ball up a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, swing a few more if you'd like, but that's kind of where I'd recommend. I think 2 degrees upright's a great place for you.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Felt good there.
That was well struck there. Yeah. Yeah, one thing too for you, Rob, did want to look at was kind of the driver I fit you into compared to yours.
Yeah.
So with a 6 ball setup there, right? We're averaging still 15 launch. Spin came up a little bit, but that's because we had one here where the spin came up a lot.
Yeah, super low in the face.
But spin's still fine at 20. We'll call it 2,700, 15 launch and 38 land. Mm-hmm. those are still a great window to be in. And kind of compared to yours at the beginning, launch and spin really similar, right? And landing angle, but ball speed's the big difference, right?
Yeah.
145 opposed to 150, and only getting 237 rolling out to 261 opposed to 252 rolling out to 274, right?
Right.
So that's about 15 yards.
Yeah.
And one of those things you said the big thing was you just kind of wanted to see if it was worth getting the upgrade.
Yeah.
That's something I can or you can only really answer, right?
Yeah.
But 15 yards is what I would tell you is what you got with the Paradym, right? And 5 miles an hour ball speed on average. So pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. All right. Well, I think
I'm going to make some notes here for you.
Okay.
And then I'll send an email for you as well.
Okay.
And then we can go from there.
All right. Sounds good.
But I appreciate your time and coming in to see us today.
Yeah, of course. Never turn down a free fitting event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for letting me sit in on that.
Yeah, no worries.